Hey, welcome back. In this video, we're back working on this 1940 Ford 9-inch tractor restoration we've been working on. And I had this thing put back together and ran into a couple problems. The water pump on this thing, after sitting for a couple 2 years, it basically let me know that I was number one and decided to leak out of the front seal on this. So fast forward, we go ahead and I order a new water pump and put on this, and new gasket and put it all back together. And I forgot on this block, I've had this tractor for over 20 years now. This block had been welded up here, and it's not quite ground flush in a way, because if you grind it any more than what it is, it might leak. So I had to pull this pump out again, and I got a heavier water pump gasket I made to put on it and put a little more silicone sealer, and hopefully we're going to be able to get this thing sealed up good that I can get this thing started up here for you guys. So like I said, I haven't even been able to fire this thing, you know, with this unforeseen problems that I wasn't expecting that I was going to run into. So let's go ahead and put this back together and get the radiator put back in it and see if we can get this thing rumbled off or not. So I'll go ahead and get this belt put back on. This belt is not exactly the easiest one to get rolled on here. There we go. Yeah, what kind of sucks about these 2-in and 9-in tractors, well, the 8-in is going to be no different for the matter, but you got to kind of put the radiator, the fan, and the shroud on these together, kind of, yeah, in unison together, because everything's really tight on these when you bolt them up, and you don't want to take a chance on hitting your radiator when you do this, right? This is a brand new radiator, shroud, and fan right from Steiner Tractor. Steiner Tractor is where I buy all my tractor parts for ag tractors. And you want to know one thing I like about what Steiner Tractor does is, yeah, whenever you buy stuff from them, they always put cow tails into the box you get, so you got some candy to chew on. Y'all ever had those cow tails before? They're pretty good. I had a viewer the other day ask me, they say, you know, I thought you were an international guy. I seen you with a John Deere sweater on the other day, and you even have Ford tractors. So well, to answer that question, I like all old tractors, really. You know, internationals and Fords will always have a special sentiment with me, because those are the two tractors that I grew up on. But, you know, there's nothing wrong with, you know, the old John Deeres. I mean, I like the John Deeres. I like Alice Chalmers. I like Massey Harris. I like Oliver's. I don't think there's not an old tractor I don't like, really. I think they're all cool. Yeah, I'm just basically getting everything all put together. I found on these tractors it's easy hooking everything up, and then once you have all that done, just going through tighten everything together. Well, it's like I find too, it's like on your radiator hoses, spray some silicone on them, and this helps them slide on a lot easier. Upper radiator hose back on. Hopefully we'll get this thing back together this time, and we won't have any leaks. That's really something how this rolled out 2 years ago, and I tore this tractor down. That dang water pump didn't leak then, but the minute I put everything back together and everything's all painted up nice, and sure, that's when it decided to start leaking. Yeah, what I'm doing too is I'm getting this thing started up, make sure everything's all good before I put the hood on this, because The grill and the hoods aren't really the easiest to take off these 9N and 2N tractors. And 2, I don't want to risk scratching the fresh painted hood and grill up when we put this on. So I'd just rather make sure everything's tit for tat before that part comes on this tractor. No, because even once I get this thing up and running, everything put back together, still got a few odds and ends to do to this thing before I even consider it being done. All right, I gotta take and tighten up my belt. I'm gonna move my coolant pan because I can see right now me dropping a wrench and splashing myself with antifreeze. I wouldn't really appreciate that right now. You definitely don't want to over tighten your belts on the first run. I like to run them for a little bit and then I'll retighten them after they stretch out. Up the throttle control. That works okay. I just got to take and tighten up the fan on here now. You see what I mean? It's definitely a lot easier putting the radiator on and off and removing the fan when the hood and stuff is off, isn't it? I mean, on these 2N and 9N tractors, if you ever have to take and put new points in them, it's kind of it's challenging pulling that distributor out. That's what I do. I'll pull that distributor out and slide it out the side, and I'll put the new points in on the bench and then slide the distributor back in. They definitely improved on the 8N when they put the distributor on the side in 50. I believe they went to that. All right, that's all put back together. Now let's try dumping the antifreeze in this time and see I don't have any leaks. Yeah, and what I did too on this, when I put that water pump on, I made a new gasket for it too, and with a RTV, I let it sit for, well, it's actually been sitting for 48 hours now before I introduced coolant back into it. So far so good. I don't see any leaks so far other than what I just dribbled on the floor. Well, that's all back together. I don't see any leaks coming out from the top where it was before, so let's see if we can get this guy to roll off or not. Well, this will be the first time this thing has run in 2 years, y'all. See how good Sean did on his electrical job. Come on, Bessie. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I haven't heard that engine run in a while. After 2 years, the 9N is alive. Now you can just see I got her running here. I got my handy dandy portable gas tank run up there with a hose down into the carburetor. Gravity fed system. Got good oil pressure on her. That's good. Charging gauge is working. I might need to adjust that generator a little bit. Yeah, that new 8N exhaust on it doesn't sound too bad. I like it. Not seeing any leaks coming out of that water pump or the hoses. That's good. Might have to adjust that fan shroud a little bit here, just a slight tink here and there. But once you get the hood bolted on there, that will help with that too. Ooh, boy, that just made my day today, getting this tractor started up after this thing's been tore down for 2 years, you know, with this restoration going on. So, wow, that's good. No more leaks at the water pump right now. I'm happy about that. The motor sounds good. No issues going on with a new wiring that I just did to this. So, yeah, I just thought I'd do a quick video here on how things are going with this tractor. It's been a while since we come back to this. Now, next step I'll have to get my I'll have to get Fonzie over here, help me set this hood on here and get this part all closed up. And yeah, there's just minor details going with this tractor from here on out now. I'm going to have to do something with a hitch on it now because they changed the rules for tractor pulls. So that's really going to affect this 9N and 2N tractor. So I'm going to have to come up with something creative for that. There's a video where I built the original hitch on this, and I'll put up here at the end of this video if you want to check this out. And I tell you, when I built that hitch for this tractor, this thing was just a totally different animal. We went out with it, and we won the 2,500 pound farm and field class with it. And now they changed the rules, so yeah, I'm gonna have to think outside the box again. That's okay. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I want to say hi. I see I got some viewers out there from Norway and as well Sweden. Thanks for checking the videos out. I appreciate it. And so in the next video we come back, we're going to be getting back on that 1966 Toro Snowhound 20. I want to be able to get that so we can drive that. That is just such a cool little snowblower. If you're stopping by here for the first time and haven't seen that, I'll post a video up at the end of this one if you want to take a look at that one. I'm Sean Parmley, and we'll see you later. Take care.